I honestly can't believe that the tribunal defense is over. Like, I'm still shocked. I thought it's something that I'll be covering for weeks, only for it to end in 3 days. I don't know what APC and INEC were thinking. I don't know what Tinubu and Shettima are thinking. I don't know what they are thinking right now. Are they even angry at their lawyers, or I don't know, are they okay with it? I'm not happy with what happened. I waited all this time and I still didn't get any answers. Obi King to ease no eye, coming out with the music to ease your mind. Hi guys, it's Obi King once again in the house with another video for you guys. I want to talk about the shambolic defense against Peter Obi's case at the tribunal. In a very shocking turn of events, it turned out that the combined forces of INEC, the APC, Tinubu and Shettima could only muster a total of 2 witnesses to defend their case. And the even worse thing is that these 2 witnesses, when they were cross-examined by the Labour Party lawyers, they folded like a pack of cards, like they contradicted themselves almost all through. I already covered the INEC witness in a previous video, so I'll just cover the APC witness, who just happened to be the majority speaker of the Senate. Now, on this fateful Wednesday, which turned out to be the last day of the defense, the APC lawyer started by submitting a couple of documents. One of them was, in the words of their lawyer, the university certificate of the second respondent from Chicago University, signed by the Associate General Counsel of Legal Affairs, Chicago State University, which the certification was done on the 28th of June 2023 with a receipt of $1,000 paid for this certification. Now, when I saw this presentation of evidence, the first thing I thought to myself is, what university on this planet they pay $1,000 to certify your certificate? Like, why would you need to do that? Don't you think that's a bit expensive? And why are you saying it? Like, I don't think that's something you want. And again, isn't this something that should have been done before the election? Like, isn't something like, if you had the power to do this, why didn't you just do the right thing and submit the right certificate to INEC? Prevention is better than cure. Another document that was presented was one that kind of alluded to Peter Obi not being a member of the Labour Party, of which I don't know if they are just trying to throw everything to the wall and see which one sticks, because I remember a similar case being brought up against Peter Obi like this by the APM party, and the case was thrown out and they were ordered to pay Peter Obi $200,000. And another important document that was tendered as evidence was the ECOWAS report on the elections, which I believe the APC legal team must have thought would be in their favor, because it's the only report on the elections that kind of gave a positive conclusion, because in the conclusion of this report, ECOWAS gave a lot of commendations to Buhari, to INEC, and so on and so forth. But as it turned out, it seems that the witness had not read the whole report and just stuck to the conclusion, because not only did the Labour Party lawyer show that ECOWAS report had numerous issues with the election, he also used it to admit the dreaded European Union report into evidence and got the witness to contradict himself, the first of many contradictions. And courtesy of Sarah Ibrahim, I'm just going to read some of the transcripts from the court proceedings that day. The Labour Party lawyer, San Levy, said, "In your witness deposition, you stated that you would rely on international observers' reports, right?" Which the witness said yes. Levy then said, "So have you seen the European Union report? Take a look at this document. That's the EU report, right?" The witness replied, "So it's written, sir." One of the justices of the court, Justice Bello, said, "What exhibit is that?" Levy said, "My lord, not yet rendered in this proceeding. I seek to tender it, my lord." And then INEC and APC started objecting. The APC lawyer actually made the mistake of thinking that Labour Party was trying to tender this document twice, but I think he kind of forgot that it was tendered first in the PDP case and not the Labour Party case. So it was being tendered for the first time in Labour Party case. I guess they are really just dreading that document. For him to have said that EU report was probably giving him sleepless nights. The Labour Party lead counsel then got the witness to read a portion of the ECOWAS report that focused on the violence in the election. Now, I got that ECOWAS report and I'm going to read that section for you. Keep in mind that it's this witness that got the APC lawyers to tender the ECOWAS reports in court. Now, this section of the report was under incidents and it read, "The processes on election day unfolded in a generally peaceful environment. However, incidents of violence, killings, and disruption were recorded in several states. The mission deplores the unfortunate incidents that occurred in the lead-up to election day, leading to loss of life in some parts of the country. These include the murder of the Labour Party senatorial candidate for Enugu East Senatorial District, alongside 5 of his supporters, and 3 persons who lost their lives in Kano in clashes between supporters of the 2 rival political parties, APC and NNPP." Now, after reading that paragraph out loud, the witness said, "No, I do not agree with the report." The witness said, "I agree with the final statement, but I don't agree with that part of the report." Levy said, "So you don't agree?" The witness said, "Yes, I was there, and the things that happened is IPOB." Levy then responds, "Oh, IPOB, this electoral violence in all these places, including Kano?" And the witness said yes. And at this point, the whole courtroom started to laugh. And I thought this part was particularly ridiculous because on the same report, just after this section, the next paragraph even goes on to give more exposition on violence that occurred in the election. Paragraph 18 of the ECOWAS report says, "On election day, an attack perpetrated by Boko Haram insurgents in Gwoza local government area of Borno State resulted in 5 persons injured. Similarly, there were reported attacks by bandits in Alawashiroro local government area of Niger State." Sorry if I butchered that name. Paragraph 19 says, "Violent incidents were likewise recorded in the Mafoloku area of Oshodi in Lagos State, where masked men armed with pump-action rifles disrupted voting and burnt ballot papers and boxes. There were also reported cases of ballot snatching and beavers theft in some states, including Delta, Katsina, and Anambra. Specifically, as an incident was recorded in Oshimili local government area of Delta State, where thugs attacked a polling unit and in the process fled with 2 PVAS machines. Similarly, in Safana local government area, Katsina State, thugs attacked a voting center and snatched 6 BVAS machines." I'm not even sure how the ECOWAS Observer Mission would go ahead to say that the processes unfolded in a generally peaceful environment and then go on to list so much violence in the next few paragraphs, and then in their conclusion go on to start giving commendations to everybody involved. But at least this showed that the ECOWAS report was not as positive as a lot of people believe. Like, if you actually read through this report, you see that there were a lot of negatives that ECOWAS pointed out. Anyway, Sanlivi would go on to question the witness's legal license because it turned out he submitted like a complimentary card into evidence. And then he got the witness to admit that Tinubu's forfeiture case in the US was as a result of drug trafficking. Sanlivi said, "Okay, so the forfeiture of $450,000 in the account of the second respondent, which is Tinubu, the court stated the money represents proceeds of narcotics. Is it true?" The witness said, "Well, what is contained in the district court was a civil forfeiture and not criminal because section 981, Levy then cut off. I asked you a question. It was for narcotics trafficking?" To which the witness started to stammer and said yes, and the money was forfeited as civil. Sanlivi also got the witness to admit the money laundering charges against Tinubu, albeit through a different document that was submitted into evidence. Witness, does that US Embassy report you brought here show response on money laundering? The witness answered, no, it does not. Levy then said, very good. So the report does not address any issue. To which the witness responded, well, the money laundering is not a criminal case. And Levy then responded, oh, okay. That's not what I asked you, but thank you for that response. The funny part here being that the witness unintentionally confirmed that money laundering was part of the charges, all because he was trying to draw attention to it being a civil case. And after this, the judges even cracked jokes at how savage Sanlivi was in his cross-examination of this witness. And this was now the most shocking part for me, because the APC lawyer now closed their case after examining just one witness and told the court that this witness not only stood for APC but also for Tinubu and Shettima. The APC lawyer went ahead to say that the witness covered all the respondents and effectively closed their case right there. Can you imagine? Like, the Labour Party lawyers are supposed to be happy that they could only bring one witness. They were angry that, why did you bring more? Salimi said, you don't want to bring more witnesses because you don't want to damage your case further. Bring witnesses, please. I want to greet them. And that brought us to the end of the case. And that's the end of the case, not the end of the tribunal, because they gave the respondents 10 days to provide their written address, after which the Labour Party lawyers would then provide their own written address. And then the court would now set a date for adoption and, the final judgment. Me, I'm just really disappointed that it ended so early and so abruptly. Like, I feel cheated. I feel cheated by this tribunal. Like, how can you just end it like that? Like, APC, what's the problem? Tinubu, Shettima, what's the problem? I didn't even get to talk about many issues. It was like they are running away from the fight. Anyway, that's it, guys. Those are my thoughts on the closure of the tribunal case. And I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you have any faith in the judiciary at all, that something positive could come from this? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe. Once again, my name is Obi King, and I'll see you guys in the next one.